Now, one of the airport runways is still shut down after a Delta flight from Atlanta was forced to land without its front nose gear. We're going to show you some video of it. You can see, oh, yikes. You can see that plane just on the ground. There are no wheels underneath it on the front. Thankfully, no one was hurt in this. But as you can imagine, it was a frightening ordeal for the more than 100 passengers who were on board there. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre now live at the airport. So, Jesse, you spoke to some of these passengers just minutes after they got off that plane.
Yes, I did, and definitely a frightening experience for some of them. But some of the passengers I spoke to say they were just mainly grateful and thankful to the crew and the pilot for getting them on the ground safely. And this is an experience many will not forget.
We have a nose wheel unsafe indication. We're going to have to go ahead and declare an emergency.
Delta airline flight 1092 forced to make an emergency landing at Charlotte Douglas International Airport after officials say there was a malfunction with the nose gear.
Initially, we were just circling, so we didn't know why we were just circling the airport.
Here's the animation of the flight showing the plane's path during the emergency.
Delta 1092, I'm sorry. We have 104 souls on board, and we have 50 minutes worth of gas.
Then the pilot came on and let us know that the wheels up under the nose weren't coming down.
Passengers say crews also informed them of the closest emergency exits and instructions to follow. This is video from inside the plane after travelers were told to get into bracing position. The pilot was able to land the plane safely without its nose gear.
Jump and slide!
One by one, passengers got off the plane using the slide. No one was hurt. Fire crews were quickly on scene. The runway stayed closed for several hours following the incident as officials say they worked to remove the aircraft.
After we exited the plane, we looked back at the plane, we realized the whole front tire didn't even come out.
Delta released a statement saying in part, while this was a rare occurrence, Delta flight crews trained extensively to safely manage through many scenarios, and Flight 1092 landed safely without reported injuries. Now, passengers also described seeing some smoke and fuel spill after the landing, but again, no one was hurt in this incident. Now, everyone who was on board that plane were bused to the terminal after. Now, because of the runway being shut down, it has caused several flight delays, so folks who are traveling today are encouraged to check your flight status for any updates or changes. Live at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.